Hey guys, and welcome back to the fresh SSF journey. In the last video I did reset my SSF by migrating all my characters out, and now we can just go straight in with the witch. Just gonna run on the witch until level 4 so I can get SRS, and then we'll create a duelist and then let the pain begin, I guess. So because this is a fresh start, it means that obviously I can use King's March right from the get-go, which should be really nice to level with. It just gives you so much extra gear and extra currency to play around with. And yeah, I'm hoping that... Ooh, potential? I'm really hoping that King's March does go core, because in my opinion, it's one of the best mechanics we've had. It is a bit frustrating having to grind out gold and stuff, but it still is really fun. It kind of gives you something to grind out, and yeah, it just makes it really fun. Doesn't really matter what skill we use early on. I'm actually not going to pick anything just because. Never any movement speed on boots, but that's fine. Some resistances are okay. Yep, nothing good from the vendor at all. Looking for 2 blues and a red early on. Ooh. Plus are cold. If that was fire, that would have been absolutely perfect, but it is what it is. It's not too bad. Still actually really good. Because of the plus to cold, I'm going to go with Freezing Pulse, because I don't know when last I used Freezing Pulse. I know it's only to level 4, so it doesn't really matter too much, but still, it's great. And Freezing Pulse is cool. Wish it was better. In game, that is. There's our first Crimson Ore. It's a fresh start. Been set up. Firestorm and Flame Dash early on is pretty overpowered in the enemy. I just want my Crimson Ore. That's all I want. Don't want to fight the entire nation. Literally just minding my own business, and then the Fire Nation attack. Out to the Mudflats. So after this quest we will unlock SRS, and then we can swap back to the Duelist, or you can go and do one of the side quests and get an additional Quicksilver Flask, which I'm going to do, just so we can have 2 flasks from the get-go, and it'll make the leveling experience a little bit faster, a little bit smoother, and just feel better all around. And it takes not much time at all, maybe an extra couple minutes. I'm going to be at level 100 by the time I get out of here. All these rowers. I know I could just ignore them, but it's extra loot drops, so why not? Another portal scroll. Always click your chests. It's always worth it. Nice. Alright. Pick up the blue to sell to the vendor. Now we can go back to town. Speak to Tarkley. And now we have SRS. And Frostblink. Okay, chuck those in our stash tab. That could be the character done for you if you want to swap back to the Duelist now. I am going to go and get the extra Quicksilver Flask, just because I want to make the leveling a little bit smoother. And why not? It doesn't take all too much to get it. And then to the Tidal Island. Could have equipped the Frostblink, but whoops, my bad. Yes, it'll be a slow walk. Now back to town for our reward, which we will be taking the Quicksilver Flask, and that'll make our lives so much better. And then here, Summoned Phantasm can be okay. Not sure if it procs off of minion kills. Just before swapping characters, going to check the vendors again, just to see if there's any new upgrades. Another +1 to cold. That's really unlucky. If those were plus to fire, would have made leveling even easier. Any movement speed? Of course not. Why would there be? Now we can make the Duelist. Bit of a weird name, but yeah, kind of meant to be read as Paladin SRS. Oh, okay. Give you the weird Sada. Hello, Hillock. Nice to see you here. It's not like you're waiting here all the time. No loot. Unfortunate. Yeah, starting out, going to be splitting steel. Going to use an axe. Check for movement speed. Oh, finally. Say finally, but pretty early on in the run. Literally level 2. Yay. Check the wands. See if there's any +2 fire. Unfortunately, there isn't. Bit unlucky on the links there. Oh, got lucky again. So now we can Splitting Steel and Chance to Bleed. Then we've got a very bad axe. Might just hit it with the Transmute. Cold damage. Damage is damage. That's fine. So we are going to need some intelligence before we can equip our SRS, which is 16. So we need 2 intelligence somewhere on gear. Hopefully we do find that and we aren't cursed forever. But yep, so starting off, 2-handed axe, Chance to Bleed, Splitting Steel, going to spec into physical attack, damage and life, and then try and get down to some of these juicy nodes pretty early on. Might end up going down here and grabbing the intelligence if we need it. If not, then I'll grab these, which is extra mana regen and 20 intelligence, which is really nice for us early on, and then it gives us more strength, more regen on the way to it. And yeah, then we can travel all the way up to the top to get to the rather big minion nodes and then to the reservation later on. But yeah, we'll just see how it all goes and hopefully we get some lucky drops. First Crimson Ore of the character. As you can see, the damage feels pretty good. And a potential upgrade? Nope. Very similar. And just like that, we level 3, so we can put on our new flasks. Just keep going. We enter the Submerged Passage. I am level 5. Haven't swapped to SRS yet. Sometimes you do get lucky on gear and you have intelligence and you can swap right over at level 4. But if you get unlucky, then that's okay. Just go extra couple levels and it shouldn't be all too bad. Gonna take Decoy Totem early on, make life a little bit easier for us, and then just pick up Dash. Could take Shield Charge if you want. I'm just taking Dash. And yeah, seems a bit silly to be selling movement speed boots. I'm just going to hang on to those and then see if we get lucky with them. But yeah, that helmet that I did drop on the witch has intelligence, so that means we can swap over now to SRS. It is probably a bit early to be swapping over to SRS, but I'm still going to give it a try just because I feel like that's going to be the most fun. I enjoy playing builds as soon as I can rather than waiting it out, and going to have Freezing Pulse with Summon Phantasm just in case we need a little bit extra. It's not really going to add much, I don't think, but it might just be nice to have. Going to the Tidal Island to get our second Quicksilver Flask, and then we can see what SRS looks like really early on. Obviously, it's not the absolute best at the moment, but it's not the worst either. Once we get our melee splash, it will just feel even better after that. Man, it feels really good to be playing SRS again. I absolutely love this type of playstyle. I don't know why, I just really love SRS. Sweet. Another pair of boots. Nothing that we want on it, unfortunate. But more intelligence and a body armor, nice. I'm going to set up King's March pretty early on, just get him up and running, get the miners going, and try and get, some early shipments sent up. Don't know about doing shipping that early on. Now we can use our 3 miners to grab our Crimson Ore, and that should get us very little bit every hour. Yeah, 180 an hour, not too bad. 3 a minute. Can't even afford to unlock shipping. Money. Keep them going forever with that amount. Now we continue on our way. Oh, that's lucky. Now we've got 3. Now we can go and kill Dweller. Hopefully we get a nice essence from it. Read, not too bad. That's life, so can't complain about that really. Keep the decoy up. Makes life pretty safe. And there you go. He's down. Just a quick PSA before we do the Legion. Summon Phantasm does work with SRS, so that's pretty cool. Nice extra bunch of minions while leveling. The damage is lacking a little bit, but once we start to get some support gems, it'll feel a heck of a lot better. I'll just hide around here. That's fine by me.
A worthy opponent.
Not too bad for loot. Orb of Chance lying around the corner. Just putting on a shield for some extra defenses. Dropping Arcane Surge and Freezing Pulse. Not really doing much. Can put Arcane Surge in with Frostblink if you'd like. Something I always forget about on fresh starts is that I have to redo all the lab trials, which, yeah, not my favorite time in the world, but guess it has to be done.
Belief is the strongest metal of them all.
There we go. May as well kill all these monsters just for fun. And they had nothing in them, wasn't worth it. And now to Brutus. First, an essence. Nice. And a free heavy belt. Strength is technically some life. There was no other real use for that essence, because it was physical damage, and we don't do physical damage. Brutus! Oh, still got me. Confused me a bit. Keep putting down the decoy totem. Hopefully keeps him occupied for a little bit, and we can just stand here summoning our boys. Keep doing that. Try and put it behind him so that if he does do the slam, it doesn't come at us. But if it does, that's fine. We have Frostblink, so we can move out the way. Only problem is going to be mana. Now is when it gets scary. Because we got no mana. Ah! Run! Back to town, quick! Now we should be fine. Keyword should. And there we go. Brutus down. Not too difficult in the end of it all. Bit scary with no mana, but yeah, otherwise not too bad. And now we can finally pick up Melee Splash, which will help out quite a lot. Could have done this before Brutus, but it doesn't really add much damage to Brutus, so yeah. As for some extra auras, we run Enduring Cry, Vitality, and Clarity. Once we get to level 10, we're socketing them in. And yeah, just another thing, I didn't realize that minion damage isn't actually available on a Duelist early on, so we only end up getting minion damage around level 31 once we get to the library. So just the current links are going to be Summon Raging Spirits, Melee Splash damage, or Melee Splash support, and Summon Phantasm support, and this should be okay for now. Just a case of figuring it out as we go. Now that we do have Melee Splash on, our clear speed will feel a lot better, and running Vitality and Clarity at the moment just for a bit of additional assistance with regen and mana regen, and then Enduring Cry just whenever we see a big pack, click it, gives us some endurance charges, helps a little bit with defense, gives us more life regen, and just makes our build feel that little bit more tanky while leveling, and yeah, should be pretty smooth. Of course, the pack that I tried to show off has fire and ignite resist. Still, damage feels pretty good now that we have the area of effect, and yeah, can just cruise on through the levels really. Fire's chest. Oh, an alchemy, that's really good. Thank goodness we have the Auric Alchem thing, because that just did so much damage to them. That was cool. Helps us out a lot. Good clear speed, to be honest. It's definitely all the SRS and not the weird shrine effect that we have. Drop a portal here, then try and find the exit. Just because once we go into the underground area, it puts us at Fairgraves, and then we've got to run all the way back up to try and find the exit, and normally these are quite close to each other. This is potentially a bad use of the Alchemy Orb, but yeah, not the worst. A little bit of life, a little bit of rarity. Overall, the flat raise is really good. Just going to help us with Merveil. She deals mainly cold damage, so if you struggle with that fight, then yeah. Whoa, that's an early Chaos Orb. Very welcome, thank you. I am not going to level up my Vitality or Clarity anymore, just because I don't want to use up too much of my mana. Yeah, the mana cost for Summon Raging Spirits will get quite expensive once we get some actual supports for it. Yeah, the clear is pretty good now. Pretty comfy just to run through and drop a couple SRS and then let them deal with the packs. Only thing that's a little bit lacking is a single target, but that's to be expected, as we don't actually have any damage supports on. Yeah, super safe, super easy, just feeling very comfortable so far. We can finally unlock shipping, that'll be nice. I'm not sure if we're going to send off any ships very early on, just because it's not really going to give us all too much. But I'll send one off just to see what type of rewards we do get, and yeah, maybe it's worth it. Maybe we get a nice little upgrade. Who knows? 25 minimum shipment. We'll just send that off. See what we get from it, really. Over to our miners, upgrade them. So now we can mine the orichalcum. I think it's orichalcum. I don't know. Get them going on the orichalcum, or probably do 3 on orichalcum. Just let them go. Slowly keep upgrading King's March. Yeah, not too bad in terms of progression. Now to Mervale. So much trash. +3 to all res. My build is fixed. Thank goodness. How did I survive? Panda blue. Strength and laugh. Whew. Don't spoil me all at once, video game. Nah. Pretty cool little upgrades. And now it's Mervale time. Probably going to take a while. We'll cut the fight down, so we don't have to be here for the next 7 years. Just going to keep war crying, keeping up my endurance charges just in case she decides to shotgun me out of nowhere. Then at least I'm a little bit protected. Phase 1 down. It took 20 years. Now the true problem begins. Mana sustain. We get a charge back from there. And finally, Mervale down. Just to go over the current gear, current links. So all my gear's very bad. Obviously it's a fresh start, so have nothing worth mentioning at all. Links, Summon Raging Spirit, Melee Splash, Summon Phantasm Support, Arcane Surge, Frost Blink, Clarity, Decoy Totem, Enduring Cry, and Vitality. As for the skill tree, just following along with the plan that was set out, which is trying to get up to these minion nodes as soon as possible, and probably going to spec into these. Even though it is just accuracy as a big node, the small ones are still increased damage, which will be very helpful early. And then trying to get up to Spiritual Command and Sacrifice as soon as possible to give our minions some more life. And then specking over to the RMR so that we can run our Determination with our Clarity and Vitality. And then probably heading over onto the right hand side to get the Enduring Bond, which is increased skill effect duration, and minions deal a bunch more damage if you've summoned a minion recently. And then we'll make our way over to Eldritch Battery, probably around level 45 or so, but we'll figure it all out as we go. Finally, some minion damage on the tree. Oh yeah. Let's see if we got lucky. Found any gems? Nope, no good gems. Completely forgot that the vendor sells calling ones, which is just increased minion damage. So just going to grab one of those and then hit it with an alchemy orb and hope for some minion damage. And of course, got nothing. But there's another one to buy, so just hang on to that one for now. See what other currency we have. Might be worth trying to old roll and just getting some sort of... Oh, there you go. Perfect. Just a little bit more minion damage. Not the best roll, but it will definitely help out. So once we hit level 20, we can chuck that on. We can vendor that one. And yeah, we'll just keep leveling. Actually, I kind of feel like gambling, so I'm going to Chaos Orb the wand. See what happens. I'm sure this is going to end fantastically, right? I mean, technically it did. It's more damage, so that's not too bad. And yeah, it is hybrid and percentage, which is kind of funny. Put that one on for now. Hang on to that one. Once we get a Regal or find a better one, then yeah, you can just see what happens. But level 20, you've at least got some more damage coming our way, so that should feel real good. Hopefully we can fix our colors before getting there. Find a body armor with the correct colors, or gloves or anything really. That's obviously 3-linked, but if not, then we'll figure it out when we get there. Lab trial number 2 complete. Slowly. No rush out here. Lab trial number 3 unlocked. Getting closer and closer to ascending. It is time to be rewarded. Woohoo! And forgot, but we can equip our new wand. Just got to swap out our sockets. We've got temper shield in, just leveling it up while we go. Probably swap that into my offhand, just so that I don't have to worry about accidentally equipping it or thinking that my sockets are full. Just took the boots that I found early on and then clicked the fusing orb on them. Got pretty lucky and I managed to 3-link, so that frees up our wand so we can swap it out and get more minion damage, and that should help our SRS feel even better while leveling. Time to kill Cradlin. Let's see what Arnor has for us. Hope it's not a fusing orb or a chromatic. That would suck. And our ship's back! Boat, 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 boat. Let's see. What beast is that? It's a fusing orb. Of course. Almost forgot about the boat. Gotta go and check out. See what we get. Hopefully it's something cool. Probably won't be. Very low boats. So, yeah. I mean, not too bad. It's a bunch of, rares. They could very easily, be a 4-link or just be something nice. So yeah, just gonna keep doing that really. But this time, gonna do Orichalcum, gonna do the 40, send that off, and then we should get a guaranteed unique from completing that. Gonna try and keep my shipping low level just to try and get as many uniques as possible really early on. Because as you level up your shipping, then the requirements become a lot higher and it becomes a lot harder to actually get uniques back from shipping. Some pretty nice gloves. And yeah, we'll just keep leveling up and seeing where the build goes. So far, damage is definitely lacking, but that's to be expected. Doing slams would have been the best option, but I don't feel like doing slams. I feel like playing SRS, so that's what I'm going to do. As painful as it might be, just going to show you guys what it's like as a league starter, and yeah, we'll keep going. Time to kill Oak. Hopefully we actually can kill him, and his enduring cry doesn't just go on forever. Yeah, damage doesn't feel all too terrible. Not fantastic, but it will definitely get better. Just a waiting game, really. Yeah. And time to help Alira. Extra reses will make life a lot easier going forwards. Not have to worry too much about gear and helps early on. I prefer to do it that way. Skill point does help, but it's not going to help out that much, and can't get 15 resists for a skill point. Just came back to town to check the vendors, and that's a really good wand. That's going on me. Although we do lose some percentage damage, we do gain a lot of attack speed, and that is most likely a damage increase. Pretty nice. Yeah, that increased attack and cast speed is feeling very good, so super happy with that upgrade. 26% quality Grand Flask. It's pretty rare. Now it's time for Weaver. I'm going to spend my skill point first, but we live and we learn. Overall, damage isn't feeling too bad. It's actually pretty decent, to be honest. On way to have some auras. Get our second ascendancy, that will be insane. Weaver's going down pretty smoothly. Yeah, that was pretty nice, to be honest. Upgrade. And our boat's back. Woohoo! Yeah, just swapping on that new chest piece. Helps out with reses a little bit. Unfortunately losing some lightning rays, but not much I can do about that. And yeah, just more fire rays really helps out. And yeah, more evasion rating, more energy shield. Nice. Let's go check the boats. It's an okay amulet. Pretty meh. As for the rest of the gear, all useless weapons. Send off another shipment. Now they want wheat. Let's see if we can establish farming. Actually get that up and running. Pretty good to have that going early. And have 2 crops. So spend all of our schmeckles. Most of them can do wheat and corn. Just grab level 1 units. Just because I don't feel like rolling forever to try and get them. We don't have much gold, which we've just actually pretty much run out of. Luckily we finished a quest, so we can get that in. That should help us run for a little bit. But yeah, now we've got some crops on the go. And treasury will last an hour and a bit. Go and establish smithing. Probably shouldn't stand where they're going to build it. There we go. Got some crimson bars being made. Up next, probably get more gold. Yeah, we'll keep leveling. Completely forgot about shipping, so send off a shipment first. Probably just going to send off some crimson ore. Just do 25 again and see what we get. Low level ritual. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully we get some good loot. Hopefully these beasts also leave me alone, because man, I hate beasts so much. This one's looking spooky. A lot of explosions going on, a lot of things falling from the sky, but it was pretty safe. Kind of, yeah, want to pop it before that rare gets revived again. Just don't feel like dealing with them twice, especially with all of these flashbangs and explosions that are going on. He's like, what on earth happened? Where did all this come from? Poor decoy totem can't live 2 seconds. Surprised I'm still living, to be honest. Yeah, that got pretty crazy. Damn ritual. Yeah, that was pretty scary for a couple seconds there. And we get rewarded with not much. But the Chaos Orb is still good. I could reroll. Yeah, I'm a man of gambling. That wasn't worth it. Oh, it's a nice body armor. Always gamble. Gambling is always the best. I don't know what else. Just take those currencies, vendor them for some scrolls of wisdom. But yeah, just going to put that new body armor on. That's very nice. Got an open prefix so we can craft some life on it. But the best part about it, it has no life roll. So we can get the life mastery, which will give us 15% increase maximum life if there's no life on equipped body armor. So yeah, be a nice little boost early on. That's pretty nice. We'll obviously lose some defenses, but the added damage might be worth it. Swap this out. Hopefully we can get a red socket. Might just be better to actually increase the sockets on body armor and then try. There we go. Swap over our auras and supports. We do lose a little bit of defense, like I said, being some lightning rays and some life, but the overall damage should be just much better. In terms of defense, the build's feeling pretty tanky, and yeah, don't think we'll really struggle with that swap. Vol time. Sure, this will be fun, letting him go up and down all the time. Man, he does not want to attack my decoy totem at all. There we go. Too cozy. Must say, this build is feeling very safe, probably just because of the decoy totem, but in general, with the path we've taken for leveling, we do pick up quite a lot of life, a lot of regen, and oops, and yeah, finally getting up to the minion nodes at the end of Act 2. Build's feeling really comfortable with a minion damage wand and a minion damage shield. And as for links, it's still the same links as Act 1, so Summon Raging Spirits, Melee Splash, Summon Phantasm, Arcane Surge linked to Frostblink just for some extra mana regen and cast speed, Decoy Totem, Enduring Cry, and Vitality. Still keeping them pretty low level just because I don't want to run out of mana too much, and the little added boost is pretty nice with 10 life regen and 3 mana per second. It's not too bad. But yeah, on to Act 3. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Just wanted to hop in here at the end as an editor's note. Sorry that the video is a little bit shorter than normal. I would have liked to obviously play more, but just with the limited time that I've got at the moment, it's a bit difficult. So just, yeah, getting a couple hours every now and then. Just going to make shorter videos, upload them so that if you guys do want to follow along the build, you can kind of see the path that I'm taking. And yeah, obviously if you enjoy the content, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, thank you all so much. Really appreciate it all.